Codename's Panda.
I'm retired.
You zip in, extract Panda, grab the WMD, zip on out.
Holy shit.
Fubar is an action-adventure series on Netflix featuring the infamous Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, when you tune in for Arnold flick, you usually know what you're getting. You're either getting just action only or you're getting action comedy. Those are usually two what you're getting with him. Very rarely has he color outside those lines. This particular series is actually in the former. It's an action comedy. Arnold is 75 now. No matter how well you stay in shape, father time comes for us all. Arnold can't really hold up the action-driven movie by himself anymore, so comedy action gives him a vehicle to use his comedy to offset the lack of action. Sometimes these are a hit, as in True Lies or Last Action Hero, or it could be a miss like Expendables or Eraser. I'm a fan of his movies in general, but I want to see if Fubar is one of the hits or misses for Arnie. Not only am I a fan of Arnold, but most action genre movies. The action comedies are particularly fun for me, so I'm going to consider myself the perspective of a main target audience for this series. But I'm also going to give casual viewers something to chew on. I like to watch new shows, new series on streaming platforms to see if they're worth your time. If that sounds intriguing to you, do me a favor, click like, share, subscribe. But now, let me go ahead and actually review this one for you. Fubar premiered on Netflix in May of 2023. This action comedy contains 8 episodes, each about 50 minutes. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger as retiring CIA agent Luke Brenner, Monica Barbaro as emerging CIA agent Emma Brunner, and Millian Carter as CIA tech agent Barry. The synopsis goes like this. Luke Brenner and his daughter Emma have been working as CIA operatives for years, but each kept their involvement in the CIA hidden from the other, resulting in their entire relationship being a gigantic lie. Upon learning of each other's involvement in the CIA, the pair are forced to work together as partners and, against the backdrop of explosive action and espionage, learn who each other really are. The premise of the series is a decent one. Having family knowingly lie to each other for any significant duration brings all kinds of issues, including feelings of betrayal, mistrust, and doubt. When you put it in the aspect of parent and child, there are additional issues, abandonment, guilt, all that kind of good stuff. I feel that this series could almost be the natural progression of the True Lies movie if Arnie's kid in the movie didn't know that he was in the CIA growing up. So the premise of this one is solid. For main target audience, we're tuning in to see good action, we want to see things blow up, a few Arnie one-liners, and a coherent, if not plausible, story. And casuals are looking to grab onto either a compelling story, character development, or new stylized action. So let's see how this plans out for both sides of the audience. The story that drives us forward is Arnie's character Luke is getting ready to retire. He's ready to try and fix all the damage that being a CIA agent has cost him over the years. He's divorced, but he still loves his ex. Not being there for his kid has cost him an understanding of their lives as well. But he has one more op to go because, of course, only he can solve this last case. Now, it turns out his daughter is deep undercover on this case. The story is pulled together by movie logic and coincidences, so it's not very complex. The underlying aspect is the interaction of dealing with each other for Luke and Emma's characters. This is where I kind of feel they couldn't decide on a good balance of comedy and practicality. These two super agents are in a dangerous situation, but they have some of the most immature, ridiculous exchanges. It works as far as the comedy.
Alcohol, cigarettes, and the garish lipstick.
That's not lipstick.
Uh,
Oh my god.
it's vibrating, my God.
Kill me now.
But it's dumb if you want me to take the action seriously. They lose perspective way too often for it to be overlooked. It took me out of scenes a few times, and I believe the direction and the tone was hit or miss as they tried to balance the comedy with the action in this. This is easier for mains to get over, but not quite as easy for casuals to get over. Now, the acting is decent. Arnold isn't young anymore, so his action scenes are usually done with a body double nowadays, but he's still in good shape and does some close-up stuff. Monica Barbero is decent in her role in both action and acting against Arnold. Neither of them are particularly great, but I do like when their characters are supposed to be in sync. It's fun to see, but the issue kind of arises when they have to show contempt for the other one. It doesn't work because it's blatant hypocrisy going on. Think about it. Luke's mad because Emma was his perfect little girl and she lied to him. Like, yes, you did it for years and justified it, sir, so she's a chip off the old block. Now, conversely, Emma's mad at Luke for lying to him and the family for all those years and her role in trying to be perfect for him so he'd be around. But she's lying to her current fiance and the hypocrisy is just ripe. So those two types of things are really weird when you go and look at the dynamic. Now, I will say the comedy is a lot more bearable thanks to Million Carter's Barry, as well as fellow CIA agents Fortune Femster as Rue and Travis Van Winkle as Alden. All three of these people have some funny dialogue that will make you smile and even laugh out loud a couple of times. Overall, the acting is decent for a comedy genre, and for both mains and casuals, it'll go and actually get over a little bit. Some other things to note for this series: the action is average at best. The hand-to-hand is pretty weak, at least in the first 2 episodes that I've watched. A couple of shooting scenes that have a bit of tension to them are pretty decent, but nothing in the action part is groundbreaking or exciting. The aspect of a parent having a do as I say, not as I do type of attitude is very relatable. The crutch of this series depends on that aspect of perspective for you to go ahead and actually really be on board with this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So those are my initial thoughts for Fubar, but what's my verdict? For mains, I'm going to say watch 1 episode. Is the reason to stay for mains. The action takes a back seat in this series. 1 episode will tell you all you need to know for the show. Either you'll find the characters fun and want to watch them, or you'll find them blah and you really won't need to go past the first episode to figure that out. Now, in a total change of logic, for casuals, I'm going to say watch the first 2 episodes of this show. The reason for the continued watching for casuals versus main is that in the 2nd episode, there's better examination of the father-daughter dynamic, as well as increased aspect of pressure of the agent's impact on all their loved ones' lives. I think casuals should really give it the 2-episode watch to fully examine their like or dislike for this series. So again, for mains, I'm going to go and actually say watch 1 episode. For casuals, watch 2 episodes. And that's what I have for Fubar on Netflix. Check it out.
This is totally Fubar.
I appreciate you staying for the entire review. Do me a favor. If you like this, like it, share it, even subscribe to the channel. If you didn't like it, go ahead and actually leave some comments below and let me know what you didn't like. Continue to bring you all these kind of good reviews, and even watch one of these other reviews that the algorithm seems to think that you might go ahead and actually get down with. But until next time, I'll holler at you. Take care of yourself.